You know that sick feeling you get after messing up something important. That quiet voice in your head that whispers, "You should have known better." Yeah, that's regret. And it doesn't just sting, it lingers. But here's the truth most people miss. Mistakes aren't supposed to haunt you. They are supposed to teach you. The problem is, most people never actually learn from them. They just repeat them in different forms, and call it bad luck. They just repeat them in different forms, and call it bad luck. So today, let's break that cycle. Let's talk about how to actually learn from your mistakes, so you don't regret them again. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll never do that again"? And then somehow, you end up in the same situation? Different face. Different place. Same mistake. Why does that happen? Because reflection isn't the same as learning. Most people replay their mistakes just to feel bad about them. But replaying pain isn't growth, it's self-punishment. Learning, on the other hand, means turning that pain into understanding. It means asking why it happened, not just what happened. Here's the first key. Stop defending yourself. Start studying yourself. When something goes wrong, our ego kicks in like a lawyer, ready to defend, justify, or blame. I was tired. They didn't understand. It wasn't my fault. But as long as you're busy explaining, you're not examining. Growth only starts when you stop protecting your image and start protecting your future. So next time you screw up, instead of saying, "I didn't mean to," ask, "What belief made me think that was okay? What pattern led me here again?" Be brutally honest, not to shame yourself, but to see yourself. Because until you see the pattern, you can't break it. Here's the second key. Separate the mistake from your identity. Most people collapse who they are with what they did. They don't just think, "I failed." They think, "I'm a failure." And once that happens, you stop learning, because you're too busy trying to protect your worth. But your worth doesn't disappear when you mess up. Mistakes don't make you broken, they make you unfinished. Think about it like this: every master you admire once did it wrong. Every confident person you see online once doubted themselves. They just didn't let one bad chapter define the whole book. So when you fall short, don't turn it into a story about how you'll never get it right. Turn it into a lesson about what's missing, and what needs to be built next. The third key. Extract the principle, not the pain. Let's say you trusted someone and they betrayed you. The pain says, never trust anyone again. But the principle says, next time, earn trust slowly. You failed a business idea. The pain says, I'm not meant for this. The principle says, next time, test small before going all in. When you focus only on the pain, you build fear. When you focus on the principle, you build wisdom. Every mistake carries a principle, a small truth about how life actually works. If you find that truth, you don't just heal, you upgrade. And finally, the fourth key. Turn reflection into repetition. You don't truly learn something until you apply it. Awareness alone doesn't fix anything. It's the repetition of a better response that rewires your behavior. If you regret losing your temper, then practice pausing before reacting. If you regret wasting time, then schedule your next day before it starts. If you regret ignoring your gut, then promise yourself to listen next time. Learning from mistakes is not about remembering what went wrong. It's about rehearsing what should go right. The brain changes through repetition, not reflection. So keep showing up differently, even if it feels awkward at first. Because every time you respond better, you're rewriting your story. Here's the takeaway. Mistakes don't define you, they refine you. They are not the end of the story, they're the edits that make it readable. So next time you mess up, don't spiral into shame. Pause. Observe. Extract the lesson. Apply it again and again until it sticks. Because the goal isn't to live without mistakes, it's to stop making the same ones. Your past doesn't need to be erased. It just needs to be understood. Now, I want you to do something. Think about one mistake you still regret, something that still stings when you remember it. Instead of avoiding it, write down what it taught you. Then comment it below. Not as confession, but as transformation. Because if you can name the lesson, you've already begun to outgrow the regret. And hey, if this video made you think differently, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it. And subscribe for more honest, raw lessons about growth and mindset. You can't erase your past, but you can make sure it never repeats the same way again.